Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fraser Field on got to be the absolute best night or day we've had all year. It's been a brutal season, weather-wise, ice cold. Normally, I'm wearing two jackets and wearing gloves, keeping score of this game. I didn't less than what I wore at the hockey rink down at Connery doing a hockey game. But it's changed around. Up in the 80s today. It's still in the 80s. As we get started this night game, and a very big game for both teams. Revere is 8-8. They only play 18, so they got to win one of their last two. Classical, a little bit not easy, but easier. They're 9-8. They have to win one of their last three. They'd like to get rid of it now, win a couple more as they get ready for the state tournament. Leon Elway in his first year at Glasgow with a host of underclassmen. Eight freshmen on this team. At one point, they won a game last week. Freshman in left, freshman in third, freshman short, freshman catching, freshman pitching in extra innings. They won the game. So Leon has done an outstanding job. You could have been a multi-millionaire at the beginning of the season if you get a bet in at Vegas that Glasgow was going to make the state tournament. You could have been a multi-millionaire. Nobody would have thought they could have done that, especially with all their young kids. In for a strike, Christian Figueroa on the mound for the Rams. Hunter DeShea, one of those freshmen, catching. Curveball hangs high. Figueroa's only a junior. Shortstop and third baseman are freshmen. In the air, left field, backing up. He ought to come in. Now backing up. Alfred Ventura. Looked like he was coming on, making an easy catch. All of a sudden, he had to go start hustling back, and over his shoulder took that away. Ollie Svensson, the third baseman, hit that a long way. But one up, one down for Kyle Cummings, the shortstop. Waves at that pitch. Good breaking ball by Figueroa. Check swing, hits it to the Revere dugout. So I mentioned the two freshmen. Ventura in left. Gerardo at second. Reynolds at third. Swing and a miss for strike three. So they're split almost down the middle. Freshman at third, freshman at short, freshman behind the plate. Junior on the mound, sophomore in right field. 5 underclassmen, 4 seniors. Counted in for a ball. This is it, virtually for the regular season, as we will start the Mullins tournament on Friday. As it misses inside. Dougie Mullins' third annual will be here at Fraser with St. Mary's playing Swampscott in the first game, and English and Glasgow will meet for the third time in the second game. So on 4 pitches, Brendan Sack draws a walk. It'll bring up Seth Sullivan, the second baseman. So 2 outs with a runner at first. Revere's bought a couple. Glasgow's bought a few for the 7 o'clock start. Some people still coming in. Good pitch in for a strike. Waved at it for a strike, stealing second easily. Got a huge jump sack. So Revere has a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. 0-2 the count to Sullivan. With the pitcher, Tom Bellia, on deck. The 0-2 pitch. Waved at that curveball. So he gave up the walk, but he got 2 big strikeouts. And Glasgow wins the top of the first over Revere. And, yeah, huge game for the Rams. State tournament on the line. It'll be Armani Gerardo, the second baseman, leading off. Playing short and batting second, Mark Walsh. Rocky Brea will bat third and play right field. Pitching and batting cleanup, Christian Figueroa. The left fielder, Alfred Ventura, will hit number 5. Playing center field and batting sixth, Yaniel Cabral. Hunter DeSea, the catcher, will hit number 7. Batting 8th and playing third base, Brendan Oanesian. And Calvin Reynolds, the first baseman, will bring up the tail end of the batting order, batting 9th. Tom Bellia on the mound, throwing to Brendan Sack. We mentioned the Mullins tournament starting Friday at 4, a doubleheader. And then Saturday at 11-1, Consolation Championship. Later in the day, Saturday down at Breed, it will be the annual Holland tournament. John Holland was a great contributor to the Babe Ruth program. It started here at Frazier Field. This is where they played their games originally. Then he took over the field. It was an oasis down at Breed. We used to play softball games there. It was wide open space. And John Holland and Mr. Rafferty and a few others got together and turned it into what it is now, a very nice complex with lights and dugouts and batting cages and restrooms and office. And they named the tournament after John, and it's been going on for many years. It'll be the same 4 teams: English, Glasgow, St. Mary's, and Swampscott. Used to be intact before they dropped out. High for a ball. Gerardo had a very good basketball season for Link Glasgow. Hit on the ground in the center field for a base hit. Gerardo gets the first hit of the game. They bring up Mark Walsh. Only a freshman. He's having a terrific year both at the bat and in the field. Gets the bunt down. They're not going to get him. He's in. Gerardo almost went too far around second base. So Walsh gets the bunt down and beats it. Back-to-back hits by the Rams. And it brings up Rocky Bray, another youngster, sophomore, right fielder. Perfect bunt. He slowed down, head first dive. The first you lose a step or two, diving in the first pace. Supposed to keep running. The play was closer than it should have been. In for a strike. If I was guessing, I would think you don't see a bunt here. Roki's a very good hitter. I don't think you want to take the bat out of his hand. Hit in the air to center field. Center fielder waving everybody off. He's the only one out there. Geraldo will tag up and go to third. Ray hit it on the nose, but hit right to the center fielder. So at least momentarily it's first and third. Let's see what Revere does if they send Walsh down to second. Christian Figueroa, the pitcher, has a chance to help himself here in the first inning. So first and third with one out. In for a strike. They weren't throwing it down. The second baseman was cutting the throw off. They were hoping that Geraldo would break for third. Walsh easily in at second base. So that takes away the potential double play. Second and third now with one out. Swing and a miss. Threw it in on the hands. He swung right through it. Figueroa would love a base hit here, but he at least wants to put it in play and get the run home and get Glasgow out in front. Popped up. Second baseman backing up. Maybe a step or two to the outfield turf. That's a very big out. 2 outs now. Alfred Ventura, the left fielder. They left it up to him. Pelia trying to get out of this jam. Now we're going to have a conversation out on the mound. Everybody coming in. Infield, pitcher, catcher, coach. Geraldo got a single leading off. Walsh beat out a bunt for a hit. Fly to center field by Brea. Geraldo tagged up, went to third. Walsh stole second, and third, one out. Pelia got a pop up to second for the second out. So Glasgow one swing of the bat from taking the lead. Revere 1 out away from getting out of a jam. Nice stop by the catcher, Shaq. He had to look for it. He thought it went by him. He blocked it nicely. Keeps Geraldo at third base. Curveball drops in nicely. Took something off and dropped it in. I thought we had lacrosse over at Manning. It looks like now that chop foul might be track practice or one, two, the count to the Ram left fielder. Let's see what they're calling. They're calling it a foul ball. I was waiting to see what he was going to call. I didn't know whether it hit the bat or hit Ventura. I knew it hit something. The umpires are going to get together. It either hit the bat or it hit Ventura. And went to the backstop. Gerardo scored, but they held him up and said no. Now the umpires are discussing it. Elwell is saying it hit him in the hand. He wanted a base runner at first. He's not going to get it. So it's still 1-2. Call, third strike. Balea comes through big time. Second and third. First and second, nobody out. Second and third, one out. He gets a pop-up and a strikeout and gets out of it. So Classical threatens, but they leave two runners in scoring position. We started dead even. We end the first inning dead even. Classical nothing, Revere nothing going into the second. Tom Bellier, the pitcher, will lead it off as Revere will have 5, 6, and 7 starting the second inning. Classical came close. Looked like they were going to score with the ball going to the backstop, but they called it a foul ball. And then a big strikeout gets Revere out of the inning. In for a strike. Hit off the pitcher's glove. So that play is going to go 1-4-3. Figueroa touched it with his glove. Gerardo's picked it off, got it over to Reynolds. So 1-4-3, the pitcher will pick up an assist. Ish El Gabi, the first baseman, hits it on the nose. This is tough, long throw across the diamond. What a play by the freshman. Graydon Owenesian went almost deep behind the third base bag, a step or two away from the outfield. Throw a bullet across to Reynolds. What a great play by the young freshman. He throws El Gabi out for the second out. Frankie Annunziata takes the pitch for strike. Annunziata, excuse me. Swing and a miss. Steps back and hits it. Nice play by a Revere player in the dugout, catching that little soft pop. Up and in, he swung right through it. Third strikeout, a 1-2-3 inning for Figueroa and the Rams off that very nice play by Brandon Owenesian. And I want to see his credentials and make sure he's a freshman making a play like that. Three strikeouts for Figueroa. And for Classical, it'll be 6, 7, and 8. Facing Bellier starting his second inning of work. So we mentioned it'll be Classical and English for the third time this year, Friday night in the Mullins tournament. And Classical would like to win this one here, be in the state tournament. English is on the bubble. They may have to win their last couple. So Yaniel Cabral, the center fielder, will lead it off for the Rams. Hit the shot. Just got him by a step. Cabral got down the line quickly. Cummings, a little bit of a pause getting the ball over. Almost cost him. Cabral almost beat that. One away. Hunter Desai, the catcher, another freshman. In for a strike. Didn't miss by much outside. 1-1 the count. Hit right back to the pitcher. Big hop. Pellet almost threw it away. Easy play for the pitcher. 2 up, 2 down. Brendan Onesian, who made that great play, fielding the ball behind third base, almost at the edge of the outfield turf, and threw a dot to throw the runner out at first in the top of this inning. Waves at that pitch. Popped up. Shallow. It's going to drop for a base hit. So after giving up the 2 leadoff singles, Belia had retired 5 in a row before giving up that, I'm dating myself, Texas League single into right center field. Calvin Reynolds, the first baseman. Fishing for a ball. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again. Got his money's worth and swung right through it. And it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. High for a ball. And we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Inning number 2. Off the catcher, it goes to the, nope, sorry. It hit. Reynolds got hit with the pitch. That's the second time the ball's gone to the backstop and it's been dead because it hit the batter. It aided Revere in the first inning because the run would have scored, followed by a pop-up for the 3rd out. Top of the order, Almani Gerardo got a base hit leading off the ball game, made it as far as third. He was the one that we thought scored when the ball went to the backstop, but they called it a foul ball off the bat of the hitter. On the corner for a strike. So Glasgow with another threat, first and second, 2 outs. 2 hits in the first, now a hit and a hit batsman. High and tight for a ball. Gerardo wishes he saved the shingle for now. On the corner for a strike, 1-2. Pelia biting that outside corner. The runners take off. The ball's hit the left field for a base hit. Gerardo comes through with a 2-out single. They had the runners going. Owenesian scores easily. So it's first and second with 2 outs and a run in. Mark Walsh could beat out a bunt for a base hit. Hit in the air outside first base. Long run. First baseman gets there. And Algabi makes the one-handed catch. But one batter too late as Gerardo's 2-out single brings the first run of the game home. So the hit batsman extended the inning, and Glasgow took advantage. At the end of 2, it's Glasgow 1, Revere nothing. 8-9-1 for Revere, who now finds themselves trailing 1-0. The lights have been on even before the game started, and it was bright sunshine. It's been an unbelievable warm day for a drastic change. Chan Smith, the DH, hitting for the right fielder. Nick Rupp gets the first hit for Revere. I was just about to say, Mark Walsh, the shortstop, just before the pitch, he took 2 or 3 steps towards the second base bag that left a big hole at shortstop, and Rupp knocked it right through. Joe Angulo, the center fielder, is the hitter. Squared the bunt, took it high and tight for a ball. Owenesian charging in from third. Just diving back was Smith. I think I said Rupp, but it was Jan Smith who got the hit hitting for Rupp. Owenesian way in at third looking for the bunt. Takes the pitch for a strike, didn't show bunt that time. Owenesian will back up a couple of steps. Again, diving back, Smith at first base. Squared again, took it high for a ball. 2-1 the count to the Patriot center fielder, Revere of the Patriots. In for a strike. He took it thinking it was up and in. And the count evens at 2. Called third strike again. He thought it was high. It's in. I didn't see the right arm come up. I was waiting for the call. 4th strikeout for Figueroa. Ollie Svensson hit it a long way, but Left-fielder Ventura tracked it down. In for a strike. Again, they throw over again. Smith dives back. Curveball hangs high. Hit to the left side. Pulled it foul down in the bullpen area. One, two, the count. To the Patriots' third baseman. Hit to third. Onesian. They get one. They got two. Again, that head first dive at first, you lose a step. Onesian again with a great play. He was deep at third base. Nice turn in the middle by Gerardo. So they get their first hit, but it's knocked down with a double play. We'll move into the bottom half of the third, with Glasgow leading at 1-0. Three, 4, and 5 for the Rams in the bottom of the third. A big 2-out single, his second in the game. Armani Gerardo brings in the run, and the inning was helped out by a hit batsman that moved the runner into scoring position with 2 outs. And all of that hit batsman hit came after 2 were out. So Bellio will start his third inning of work. Rocky Brea hit it well, but hit it right at the center fielder. So he's 0 for 1. In for a strike. You can probably hear, I don't know what they're doing behind us here at Fraser Field, but that motor is running and it's very loud. You can probably hear it. Hit. Can't make a play. Couldn't get out of his glove. Brayer's going to beat for an infield hit. And for the second time in 3 innings, Classical has the leadoff hitter on. Whatever they're doing, they're making an awful lot of noise. And he picked a great time to do it. They had all day to do this. Swing and a miss. Christian Figueroa popped to second base his one trip. Looking down to Leon Elwell for a sign. Let's see if he tries a bunt. Popped up. Shortstop. Couple of steps out in the outfield. Makes the play. So 1 away. Alfred Ventura was called on strikes his one trip. Line shot to left field. Left field did a great job to go get that. If that gets by him, Bray is probably going to score. Ventura's got a double. And Classical has second and third with 1 out for Yaniel Cabral, who's grounded out short to first. A line shot left fielder, Annunziata. If that gets to the fence, the third baseman had the baseball. Bray got off the bag. They tagged him out. They want to know if they call. I think they're looking to see if they call timeout. Now the umpires are going to get together again. Third baseman kept the ball, didn't give it to the pitcher. He didn't even attempt to try a windup. Bray got off the bag. They tagged him. I don't know what they're going to call. He was off the bag and they tagged him. It was a nice play by Revere. Nobody called timeout. Now they're going to go out and talk to the base umpire. The throw came in. The third baseman didn't give it back to the pitcher. Pitcher was standing around the mound. The base umpire is telling the Revere coach to go back to the dugout. I think he has the right to go out and ask for the call. They're not going to get it. Like a very good play by Revere. The throw-in came in, the third baseman held on to the ball. Roky Bray got off the bag and they tagged him. It should have been an out. I'm looking to see Classical win, but I have to be fair. He was off the bag, they tagged him. Out, timeout wasn't called. They tried to bunt and they foul it off. So it goes by the boards now after the pitch. And now the base umpire is screaming at the Revere coach. The base umpire is not having a good time. He's coming all the way in. He's telling him to get in the dugout. The base umpire is in the middle of a dilemma, and he just told the coach, that's your warning. One more time, you're out. Revere will bring the infield in. Nice stop by the catcher. Sack. Revere not happy. I have no idea why they would not call the runner out. Time wasn't called. The pitcher wasn't on the mound. He didn't go into a windup without the baseball. Curveball hangs high. Unless the base umpire said, we call timeout. That's the only way there cannot be an out. Two on the count to the Rams center fielder, Cabral. Fishing wide for a ball. 3-1. Haskell's warming up a couple of pitches. Hit foul. That's going to go down that grassy knoll behind first base. So the payoff pitch will be up and coming. Everything is over at Yankee Field. A few young players throwing a football around. Hit to right field, coming on. It skips by the right fielder all the way to the fence. Cabral easily into third. They'll hold him with a triple. So back-to-back extra base hits. A double followed by a triple. Line shot to right. Rupp tried to make the shoestring catch. It bounced by him, went all the way to the fence. Cabral, who can motor, got all the way to third. And I believe we're going to have a pitching change. Hunter DeShea bounce to the pitcher is one trip. Revere will bring the infield in. Pushes the bunt. It's going to bring the run home. They only have one play at first base. Perfect bunt by DeShea. He gets an RBI. Haskell has 3 runs in the inning. Pop back. It almost was a souvenir for us. They called a balk on the pitcher. He hesitated. He was in his windup and a full hesitation. This is Ollie Svensson, the third baseman, who was the new pitcher. So I'm assuming Balia went to third. That one bounces off the catcher. Brea started with a single. Ventura doubled. Cabral with a triple and a perfect suicide squeeze by Hunter DeShea. 3 runs for the Rams. They lead it 4-0. And it's ball 4. Calvin Reynolds got hit by a pitch, his one trip. And that hit batsman extended the inning. And Gerardo got a 2-out hit. Now he's slicing a single into right field. Wobbling it again. The error in the outfield allows Reynolds to go to second base. Onesian screwed around to third. Reynolds held up at first, but then he bobbled the ball in the outfield twice. And Reynolds took advantage going to second base. So it's second and third with 2 outs. And here's Armani Gerardo. He already has a 2-out single that knocked in the first run. He's 2 for 2. Now he's up again with runs at second and third and 2 outs. Glasgow's got 3 in the inning. Gonna get a pinch runner at second base. Gerardo was the 8th hitter in the inning. Catches the corner for a strike. He held up, but it was in anyway. A few more Classical fans have showed up. Not a bad showing on the Classical side. A few more Revere fans made it. Not a bad crowd. High and tight for a ball. 1-1 the count. Down the way for a ball. It's a 1-1 pitch. Scoreboard ran a foul. That's ball 4. Gerardo's on for the 3rd time. Mark Walsh bunted for a hit, popped to the first baseman in foul territory. The bases are now loaded with 2 outs. Walsh is the 9th hitter. They batted around. I thought for a minute Gerardo forgot that there was a runner at second base. He took off, ran halfway to second. Down and in for a ball. 1-1 the count. Hit foul to the screen. Hit foul up in the seats. Nice play. By the fan catching the ball right behind the dugout. Nice job by the fan. Hard for a ball. In on the hands, he chopped it down the third base line. Foul. Would have been a base hit. So it's Sullivan, the second baseman, that went to third. So that means Balea went to second. Called third strike. So they finally get out of the inning. They bat 9. A big triple by Cabral knocks in 2, and then a perfect sacrifice squeeze bunt by DeSea knocks in the third. They have a big 3-run inning. At the end of 3, it's Classical 4, Revere nothing. 2-3-4 for Revere as we start the 4th inning. Swing and a miss. Kyle Cummings struck out swinging his 1 trip. Swing and a miss again. The 0-2 pitch, down and away for a ball. A little obstruction out in the outfield. DPW has their light flashing out in right center field. Missing down, the count goes 2-2. He had him. Now he's got to come in with a pitch. He'll put him on. Hit foul back. Whatever work they were doing behind this is over because that noise has stopped completely. The payoff pitch again. Ripped to third off Onesian's glove, a rope. Solid shot by Cummings. 8 Onesian up. Cummings got a leadoff hit. Only the second hit for Revere. The only other base runner was a 2-out walk in the first. If you count the double play, Bigelow had retired 7 in a row, 9 out of 10. That one hit they got, it was a race with a double play. Now we got a full-scale meeting out on the pitcher's mound with everybody involved. Brendan Sack, the catcher, drew the one walk that Figueroa has given up. Diving back at first is Cummings. Low for a ball, gets away, and that'll put the runner at second base. Pitch in the turf. So Revere has a runner at second with nobody out. His second runner, the first with 2 outs, the walk in the first, they stole second. Missing low for a ball. Count goes 3-0. That warm up in the bullpen for Glasgow has stopped. Scoring a bunt, but he wasn't punting. He was just taking a pitch with the count 3-0. Trying to distract Figueroa, hoping for ball 4. Time is called. So 3-1 to count. And high for ball 4. Sack walks for the second time. And we're going to have another conversation on the mound with everybody. 2 on, nobody out. Danny Hu will run for the catcher. At first base. Seth Sullivan, who's now the third baseman, he was the second baseman, struck out swinging in the first inning. High for a ball. Pitching low for ball 2. Nerves are starting to get a little bit in the Glasgow's dugout. Leading 4-0. But a hit and a walk, and now 2-0. Foul tip held on to nicely by DeShea. The 2-1 pitch, way wide for ball 3. So this is going to be a pitch he likes. He'll take a long look at this pitch. Popped up, automatic out, infield fly. Girardo will make the play. So that's the first out. Belia was the pitcher. He's now the second baseman. He hit a ball that went off the pitcher's glove to the second baseman, Gerardo, who threw him out at first. Hit. That's going to drop for a base hit. Run is going to score. He jumped on the first pitch, gets a base hit. Cummings will score the first run for Revere. Sack, or I should say, Ho, the runner, goes to third, so it's first and third as Revere gets on the board with one out-ish. Algabi, the first baseman, bounced out third to first. That was an outstanding play by Owenesian, who was deep behind third base and made the long throw, the longest throw in the diamond. He was almost in foul territory and threw Algabi out at first base. So one out, first and third. Revere trying to get back in it. They trail 4-1. They just got their first run. They only had one hit coming into the inning, and that hit was wiped out in a double play. They've got 2 hits and a walk in this inning. Pop, foul back and out of play. The runner takes off. The ball's popped up. It's up in the seats. Shea with a long run, but he runs out of real estate. Reynolds was also there, the first baseman. The runner at first was off and running. I thought he would have gone to second a lot earlier. On the inside corner for strike 3. Good pitch by Figueroa. So 2 away now. And we're going to get a trip out to the mound by Coach Elwell. Frankie Annunziata, the left fielder, struck out swinging. His one trip. So the wheel is turning defensively. Coach Elwell out on the mound with the defense. Revere huddling with hitter, base runners. Big hitter for both teams. Revere would like to get the runner in from third. Hop back foul. I am truly surprised that they haven't got the runner down at second base or tried. He took off running on one pitch and was fouled off. Other than that, haven't even attempted. They let the runner go. Now he goes. So now infield ball will have to go to first. It takes away the force at second. High for a ball. Figueroa needs an out. I know Ziad would love to get a base hit and get Revere a lot closer. Way wide for a ball. Call, third strike. I was waiting to see what happened. Shea lobbed the ball back to the mound before the umpire said strike three. So back-to-back strikeouts in the inning. They leave runners at second and third. They get a run. We're halfway through the ball game. Glasgow leading Revere 4-1. Revere got it with 2 base hits, throwing a walk. 6 strikeouts for Figueroa. He's walked 2. And Figueroa come up with a big pitch. To get out of the inning for the call third strike. And now, as it was in the third inning, it'll be the same in the fourth inning. Roque Brea will lead it off. He started and the 3-run inning, scoring the first run, getting a base hit. Glasgow batted around to hoping he can get him started again. Roque Brea, Christian Figueroa, Alfred Ventura, to face Ollie Svensson, who will start an inning for the first time. He came in a relief. Goes after the pitch, high and tight, pops it way up. Third baseman Seth Sullivan makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out. Christian Figueroa has popped the second and popped the short. Up and away for a ball. Beautiful night here at the ballpark. Flag is just about moving out in right center field. Line down that grassy knoll behind first base. Knocked down, doesn't have a play. Threw it anyway. Figueroa will get a base hit. Great try by the shortstop Cummings, an all-out dive. Stopped it from going in the outfield, but had no chance to throw Figueroa out. So Glasgow will get a base runner with 1 out. For Alfred Ventura, who struck out, lined a double and down inside the left field foul line, and scored one of the 3 in the third inning. Low for a ball. Ventura is the left fielder for the Rams. Curveball, took something off, dropped it on the corner for a strike. Diving back at first is Figueroa. They ran for the catcher, but they don't run for the pitcher. Curveball just dropped outside. That didn't miss by much. The curveball hangs high. Scoreboard is just not working properly at all. It just doesn't register. Rich Avery, who's in charge of both of these places, worried to death because the Mullins tournament is coming up. They picked him off. I was just about to say it was a close play. They picked him off. So there's 2 away in the bottom of the 4th. Curveball bites the inside corner. Ventura took a step back, think it was almost going to hit him, and it broke, just caught the inside corner. Svensson threw the pitch, and he was the first one running toward the dugout when the catcher caught it. And they ring Ventura up. So counting the pickoff at first base. Benson has a 1-2-3 inning, only faces 3 hitters. We've completed 4 in this Greater Boston League battle. Classical 4, Revere 1. Charles Smith, the DH, hitting for the right fielder up. Singled his one time up and was wiped out in a double play. Chased that pitch, was way over. It looked like he was chopping wood. Way over his head, swung right through it. 8-9-1 for Revere as we start the 5th inning. Chased the pitch again. That was 2 pitches well out of the strike zone. Figueroa got a lot of help on those 2 pitches. Way wide for a ball. That was way, he needed another bat and a half to reach that pitch. That was way up and away. Those were 4 pitches out of the strike zone. It would have been a walk, instead it's a swinging strikeout. Joe Angiulo, the center fielder, was called on strikes. On the inside corner for a strike. Hit in the air. Long run, left fielder Ventura over the left center field, right in front of the center fielder. Cabral makes the play. Angiulo hit it well. Ventura tracked it down, and there's 2 quick outs. Ollie Svensson fly to left, had hit into a 5-4-3 double play. He's now the pitcher. He was the third baseman. Hit foul back, right over our head. Low for a ball. Lights finally taking effect with that sky getting darker. The lights were on when it was bright sunshine here. High for a ball. Hit in the air to left again. Ventura coming in a few steps, reaches up and makes the one-handed catch, which is the norm now for everybody. Second, 1, 2, 3 inning. Third, if you count the double play in the third. Revere is down in the fifth. Seven strikeouts for Figueroa. And in the bottom of the fifth, it'll be 6, 7, and 8 for the Rams. I'm not sure what this is. The bench for the Rams are running all the way out to center field. They may have been doing this every inning, I just didn't notice, but they run out to the fence. And then they run back. And I get tired just looking at them. There's 6 of them. Not the entire bench. Some of the players are out warming up in the bullpen again. That's not an easy trot out to that fence in center field. That's a long way away. Svensson will start another inning. Yaniel Corral grounded a shot, tripled, shot hopping the right fielder, went to the fence. He got a triple. He knocked in 2 and then scored a run. He was involved in all 3 of the runs, knocking in 2 and scoring 1 in that third inning. That pushed that lead for Classical from 1-0 to 4-0. Revere etched out a run in the fourth, and that's where we are. 4-1 Classical as we start the bottom of the fifth. Lights are still on over at Manning Field. Athletic. It's been empty for a very long time. High for a ball. So Cabral 1 for 2 with 2 out behind a run scored. 75% of the offense. Cabral goes to talk his coach at third. Shaq, the catcher, has a conversation with his pitcher. Hit foul to the screen. Cabral, Hunter DeSea, Brandon Owenesian. The 3 hitters for Classical here in the 5th inning. Off-speed curveball drops in. What a nice pitch. Just floated in and dropped over the plate. It kind of froze Cabral. Hit up the middle. Bobbled. Cabral's going to get infield hit. Shortstop. Shortstop had to go almost behind second base. Would have been a tough play to get him. And again, it head first dive. In the first, you lose about a step and a half. Hunter DeSea bounced to the pitcher, laid down a perfect suicide squeeze bunt, getting an RBI, bringing the run home. He knocked in the third run in that 3-run third inning. They take the pitch, they throw it down, it winds up going into center field. Cabral steals second. 3 of the 5 innings, Classville's got their leadoff hitter on. Hit to short. That's going to be an error. Didn't take a big hop. He had to go down and get it at his shoe tops. Couldn't pick it up. So his runners at first and third for Onesian, who singled and scored and walked. And let's see if run with first for Desea, who's the catcher. Onesian's made a couple of really outstanding plays at third base. High for a ball. He didn't show bunt. I thought they might try to squeeze another run home. They guessed right, but they threw it behind the runner. The runner was going. If he threw it to second instead of first, they would have picked the runner off. They faked to third, spun quickly, threw it to first, but by that time, the pinch runner was all the way to second base. So it's second and third with nobody out as Revere brings the infield in. Line shot, knocked down. Then they throw it away. Three runs are going to score. Excuse me, 2 runs are going to score. Onesian winds up at third. It looked like the pitcher caught it, and then he just threw it away at first base. So back-to-back errors. After a hit. Hit the second. Runner at third didn't go. Reynolds was thrown out. Gerardo was perfect. Singled, and walked. His second single knocked in the first run, breaking the ice in the second inning. Missing low for a ball. So runner at third with 1 out. High for a ball. Glasgow looking for the second 3-run inning. They have 2 in with a runner at third, 1 out. In for a strike. High for a ball. Hit foul just past the classical bench. Reaches for it. Pops it down the right field line. Foul. Just reached out and tapped it. Mark Walsh, the shortstop, on deck. 2 big errors in the inning have really hurt Revere. High over the head of Tirado. He walks again. 2 hits, 2 walks. He's been on all 4 times. Mark Walsh beat out a bunt for a hit. Popped to first, was called out on strikes. Sack coming out, signaling to his defense what's going on. Revere moves back a little bit, trying to get in double play depth. And Tirado was off and running. And the ball's fouled in the seats. And they do it again. Faked the third, turned it through at the first, and the runner was already at second base. They didn't learn after the first time. Tirado was going, they let him go. They bring the infield back in. Fouled off the catcher. That went off his ankle or his foot. And the umpire doing a nice job. He's going to walk out to the pitcher, hand him the baseball, have a couple of words, and that allows the catcher Sack to recoup a little bit from being hit. The lights are still on at Manning Field. I don't understand because there's like 2 or 3 people throwing a football around. No practice, no game. Hit foul right to the third base coach. Coach Elwell making a nice play. Swing and a miss. That's a big strikeout. Two-way for Roky Brea. Fly to center. Singled and scored. Pop to third. Curveball drops on the corner for a strike. Little off-speed pitch. Pops it up. In foul territory, first baseman. Again, one-handed catch. But a couple of huge errors really hurt Revere that time. Laswell gets 2, and it was nothing but errors. No hits in the inning, but they get 2. And it's now 6-1, the Rams over Revere going into the 6th inning. Two, 3, and 4 for Revere. Cummings has to duck under that chin music. He has struck out, singled, and scored the 1 run that Revere has back in the 4th inning. Waves at that pitch. 1-1. Waves at it again. 1-2 the count. He's the Patriots shortstop. High and tight for a ball. Evens the count at 2. High and tight. So he had him, now he's going to come in with a pitch. There's about 3 young kids getting bonus time over at Manning Field throwing the football around with the lights on. The payoff pitch. Strike 3 gets him. Eight strikeouts for Figueroa. Giving up 3 hits and 2 walks. The walks haven't turned into anything. One of the hits was out on a double play. High for a ball. Brendan Sack, the catcher, walked and walked. So he hasn't been up officially. On the inside corner for a strike. People don't like that inside corner strike, but the umpire's been consistent. Put it there, it's a strike. That one on the outside corner for a strike, right at the knees. Sack not happy with either call. Hit the shot. Walsh with that cannon just got sacked by a step. Sack got down the line. Wasn't hit that sharply to shortstop. Walsh made a really strong throw. Nice stretch by Reynolds. 2 up, 2 down in the 6th. Seth Sullivan struck out swinging and popped to the second baseman. Hit the shot again. Walsh with another bullet. He's only a freshman. Third 1-2-3 inning for Figueroa. As Revere is down to 6, they're down to the last 3 outs. Middle of the order, 4-5-6 for Classical. As we start the bottom of the 6th, they're well on their way to officially qualifying for the state tournament. The only problem with that is they're going to have to probably travel to Nova Scotia to play a game. With the new rules, it's not put the records down and 1 plays 16, 2 plays 15. It's the record is the third choice. The league you play in, the schedule you play, and then your record. So like last year, the GBL, Everett football, for the last, I did their football games for 25 years. They went to multiple Super Bowls. They were, if not the best, certainly in the top 2 or 1, 2, or 3 in the state. And they went undefeated last year, and 7-1. They went undefeated in the league. They went 7-1, and they didn't make the playoffs. They weren't in the top 16 teams. That's incredible. Anybody that knows the program knows their one of the best teams in the state, regardless of who they're playing. But because of the GBL league, so this year, football up and coming, Everett is going to play an independent schedule. They're not going to play the GBL. They'll play a couple of teams, like they'll play Classical, a GBL team, but they're not going to play the GBL. Christian Figueroa popped the second, popped the short, single. He lines it for a base hit to center field. Jumped on the first pitch. Yeah, we'll get a pinch runner. For the pitcher. Alfred Ventura called on strikes, doubled and scored, called on strikes. He scored one of the three in the big third inning. Now they try to pick the runner off, and it's thrown away. So another error. 3 errors in an inning because we don't have an out in this inning. In tight for a ball. Swing and a miss. He chased the curveball. Again, Svensson took something off. Reed Hannaberry is the runner. Hit in the air to left center field. Long run. They don't get there. It's in the gap. Around second, heading for third. Ventura's got his second extra base hit. He's got Classical's Brandon Curley was the runner who scored easily. Hit to right field. Ventura with his second hit. Extra bases. Scores the run. Cabral does it again. Cabral gets his third RBI. He scored 2. Line shot to left field. Everybody getting in on it. Teixeira. He had grounded a pitcher, squeezed in a run for an RBI, reached on error and scored. Now he's got a base hit. And we'll get a runner at first. Elijah Morin, another freshman. They move the runner over. Owenesian. Gets ready for a sacrifice. He had singled, walked, reached on an error, scored a run. Calvin Reynolds got hit by a pitch, singled, grounded to second. They've got their second 2-run inning. A hit could give them their second 3-run inning. It's now 8-1. Glasgow comfortably ahead here. On the inside corner for a strike. That's a wild pitch, went behind the hitter. Hit foul up. Off to the left side. So Glasgow putting an exclamation point on this. What an outstanding job Leonel and his coaches have done. I mentioned before, if you laid money down in Vegas, you could have made a lot of money. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Nobody would have thought that Glasgow, with all these young kids, Leon in his first year would have ever made the state tournament, needing 10 wins. And now they're in. They lead it 8-1. Going into the 7th inning, Revere down to the last 3 outs. 5, 6, and 7 for Revere in their last shot here at Fraser. They're going to go down to their last game that they will need a win. They're 8-8. They're going to drop to 8-9, and they'll have to win their last game to get into the state tournament. So they're going right down to the final day. Hit to short, big hop. Another nice play by Mark Walsh. Got a big Sunday hop. Bellier is thrown out. He had one hit knocking in the 1 run that Revere has. Ish El Gabi bounced to third, called it on strikes. In for a strike. Hit foul, knocked down by the third base coach. Just as Figueroa was getting the throw, El Gabi asked for time and got it. Hit right to first base, easy play. Reynolds, and it's starting to get excited. Glasgow fans in the Glasgow dugout. Glasgow 1 out away from winning, but 1 out away from officially getting into the state tournament. Frank Annunziata has struck out twice, once swinging, once called. In for a strike. Chop foul. Nice play by the third base coach. One strike away. Swing and a miss. He puts an exclamation point on an outstanding performance. Figueroa goes the route. Gave up only 3 base hits. One of them was wiped out in a double play. He walked 2. He struck out 9. Gives Revere only the 1 run. And he pitches Classical into the state tournament. Congratulations to Leon Elwell and the Classical Rams, this young team, officially in the state tournament. And who would have thought that? If you count the double play in the 3rd inning, his fifth 1-2-3 inning. He retired the last 11, 12 out of 13, 11 in a row. And he pitches Classical into the state tournament. They got their first run in the 2nd inning. After 2 outs, Owen Eason got a base hit. Reynolds got hit by a pitch to extend the inning. Gerardo got a big 2-out hit, and it was 1-0 Classical. They got 3 in the 3rd. Roky Brea led it with a single after an out. Ventura got a double to put runners at 2nd and 3rd. Cabral tripled, bouncing it in front of the right fielder to try to make the shoestring catch. He wound up at 3rd, getting 2 RBI. A perfect suicide squeeze by DeSea at Classical, really celebrating out in center field with their coach. I don't know if they just doused Leonel with water. Could have been. The perfect suicide squeeze by DeSea, and it was 4-0. Revere got their run in the 4th. Cummings led with a shingle, went to 2nd, a wild pitch. A big RBI single by Don Bellia made it 4-1, and that was it for Revere. They didn't, after Bellia's base hit, they didn't get another base runner through the last 3 2/3 innings. Classical got 2 more in the 5th. A single by Cabral, an infield error. A line drive back to the pitcher, caught, looked like it was an out, dropped it, picked it up, threw it away. 2 runs scored, made it 6-1. And then in the 6th, Figueroa reached. They tried to pick him off. They threw it away. Ventura tripled, bringing Figueroa in. Ventura scored on a sacrifice fly by Cabral. It was 8-1, and Figueroa took care of the rest of that. He retires 11 in a row, 12 out of 13. The last hitter to reach was in the 4th inning, getting an RBI, knocking in a run. Nobody else got on base the rest of the game for Revere. He strikes out 9, 2 walks, 3 hits, and one of the hits was wiped out on a double play. So just an outstanding performance by Christian Figueroa. For Classical, Gerardo, the second baseman, had 2 singles, 2 walks, knocked in a run. Mark Walsh had a base hit, had a couple of really nice plays at shortstop. Roky Brea had a single, scored a run. Christian Figueroa had 2 singles, scored a run. Alfred Ventura had a double, a triple, scored 2. Yaniel Cabral had a triple, a single, a sacrifice fly, knocked in 3, scored 2. Hunter DeSea had a perfect suicide squeeze, knocking in a run. Reached on an error, singled and scored a run. Brendan Owenesian had a single, a walk. Reached on an error, had a sacrifice, scored a run, and made some outstanding plays at third base. Calvin Reynolds got hit by a pitch, got a base hit. He made a couple of nice plays at first base. So a team effort by the Rams, and they get their 10th win. Again, congratulations to Coach Leon Elwell in his first year, along with his great coaching staff. And they get it done. They're now 10-8. They don't have to wait for the Mullins tournament. They're officially in the state tournament. So congratulations to the Rams. They'll get ready now to play English for the third time in the Mullins tournament here on Friday night in the second game of the doubleheader. So 8-1, Glasgow over Revere. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.